in my mind, I heard, God, you're the same God today that you were then. You don't change, and you're not a respecter of persons. So what you did for them, you do for us. God, I want to see the pillar of fire.
Wow.
And I left it at that. I didn't ever pray it again. I didn't think about it again. I didn't meditate on it. But 6 weeks later, I'm driving into church on that Wednesday morning, and this is such a crazy story. Sorry.
It's radical radio, brother. Go for it.
And y'all better hold on tight because this is crazy. Anyway, so I hear the Lord say, I'm going to worship with you this morning. I don't know what that means, right? Like, I understand worship God. I'm going to worship him. He told me I'm going to worship with you today. And I went, I'm going to ignore that.
Yeah.
That was my thought was, I heard wrong.
Right.
So I get to the church, and there's a line of people outside waiting to be counseled. That doesn't happen, but it happened that day. And the entire day, like from 8 a.m. till 5:14, I'm counseling people.
Wow.
And I was so looking forward to worshiping though.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what, I'm going to ignore that I heard that, but I know that I'm going to worship and it's going to be great. But at 5:14, I get the last one out. I shut the door, lock it, turn the lights off, turn on some worship music, and I get on my knees. And I felt the presence of God come from behind me, tangibly, physically, and put his arms around me and hold me.
Whoa.
His chest to my back.
Whoa.
And it lasted for 1 minute, because at 5:15, knock on the door. And so I get up, I turn off the music, the presence, whatever, it's gone. I don't mean like that physical thing wasn't there. I get up, I turn the lights on, I unlock the door, guy comes in, I counsel him for a little bit. We have Bible study at 6 o'clock, so I'm walking over there. It's actually a business meeting. We have like a financial business meeting that day. And so I'm walking across over to there at 6 o'clock, and I open the door, I go inside, and then I see, it's Christmas time, right? And so we have a Christmas tree in the door, one of our other doors to the window, and I see it's flashing red and the lights are on. And I went, why is there red lights flashing on our Christmas tree? And I look out the window and I see emergency lights outside. And I was like, so I turned to our treasurer and I said, hey, Larry, I think the police might be outside. And as I said that, a fireman opens the door and he is full gear, axe in hand, mask, everything. And he yells out, where's the fire?
Wow.
And I look at Larry and he looks at me and both of us are like, what did you do? To each other. And it was, I had no idea. And so we walk outside. I said, I don't know what you're talking about, but I will show you every inch of our property. And he's like, well, you have to, because we had a report that your church is on fire and we can't find it. I was like, okay. So we go into every room, every single room.
Wow.
We get to the sanctuary, it's the last place. We open the doors and he goes, I don't know what that guy was thinking. And my thought was, oh man, we're gonna have to do a lot of paperwork here. Because now I'm looking out the windows of the sanctuary and realize there's 3 fire trucks.
Whoa.
Which in our town is pretty much the whole fleet.
The fire department.
Yeah, that's the department. It's a whole group. Like every fireman in town is at our church.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh no. So I asked the guy, I said, do I need to fill out paperwork? He goes, no, well, maybe. So we walk around the corner. At that time, the chief comes and parks between 2 of the trucks. And he grabs his hat, he puts on his coat, just like the cliche fireman. Like he looks like the chief, right? And so he comes and he's yelling like, y'all get to work, and why haven't you hooked up? And they're like, we can't find the fire. He's like, what do you mean you can't find the fire? It's right over there. And I was like, sorry, sir, I'm the pastor. My name's Jeff. And whatever. He's like, yeah, I'm the chief. And he's like, I said, do I need to fill out paperwork? He goes, for what? I said, because y'all came out here and there's no fire. He goes, no, there is a fire. I know there's a fire. I said, what do you mean? He goes, I'm the one that called it in.
Whoa.
And I went, wait, excuse me? He goes, he said, I came out of the mayor's office at 5:14 today, and when I came outside, I saw a pillar of fire going from your church up into the heavens. He said, I drove over here, confirmed it's coming out of that door.
Wow.
And I went, which door? And I turned around around our sanctuary to the back where our offices are, and he goes, that one. I said, sir, that's my office.
Come on, I'll worship with you today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so we had it. And my thought was, I didn't get to see it.
Wow.
I asked to see the pillar of fire. I immediately remembered the prayer. I said, God, I didn't get to see it. You know what I heard? Neither did Moses.
Wow.
He said Joshua and the nation did, Moses didn't.
Whoa.
So go back and, read it.
Come on.
Go back
man.
to read that. The whole nation, I think it's like Numbers 3 or something like that.
Yeah.
Where it says that like the whole, when Moses would walk to the tent,
Yeah.
everybody would come out and watch.
Exodus 33.
Exodus
Yeah.
33,
Yep.
that's it. And he would walk in and then the pillar would fall and
Yeah,
Joshua
come
would
out.
stand outside.
That's right.